Hi everybody, welcome back to Fawcett Media. In this video we'll be creating a symbolic link that will be used to link a directory to a network drive. There are many different reasons for doing this, but its purpose today is just to provide access to a drive that is not in the static directory of the application that is currently running, and the one that you're seeing on your screen right now. Maybe just show you this in action. I'll just jump over the terminal, and right here is where I launched the application from, but as you can see there's some 404 errors in there. And that just indicates that the application wasn't able to find the files on the server that it was looking for. And to give you an example of that, maybe let's go back over to the browser and scroll down a bit. And there are those files right here that I was trying to play. So say if I go to click on the first one to play it, yeah, we just get an error because it can't find the file. And then we go back over the terminal. Right here is where that error is. So it gave us a 404 error, which means it just wasn't able to find the file on the server. But if we go back to the browser and click on the second one, you can see it plays just fine. And the reason why the second one played and the first one didn't is because the second file is using a symbolic link as a path to get to the file, whereas the first one is using an absolute path, which typically would run pretty much in any other circumstance. It's just when you're trying to access files from within running applications, things can get a little bit tricky. We can certainly fix that. Maybe show you that in a little more detail. I'll just have a quick look at the HTML. So right here is the path of the first file. That belongs to the first file that we couldn't get to run. And it's using the absolute path. So we have media, Christopher, main stack media, movie shorts. And then if I go over to my file manager where these two files are, so that's the first one that wouldn't run, and that's the second one that did. If we just right click on one of them and select properties, we can see the full path. And right here, it's media, Christopher, main stack media, movie shorts. And go back to text editor, media, Christopher, main stack media, movie shorts. So you think this would have run just fine. But then again, yeah, it's just because we're running it within an application. Things get a little bit tricky, I guess. And then the second one down here is the one that has the symlink, which is the one that ran just fine. As you can see here, static storage, media, movie shorts, and then the file. So static would be the main directory within that application that holds all the media and stuff like that. Storage is the name of the symlink that I created for it. And then the rest of this is just the path to that particular file while it's after it's already on that drive. And yeah, maybe I'll just show you this now. So that symlink is called storage. Would be right here. And this is the directory of the application that I'm currently running in the browser that I was just showing you. And it's just called FOSSWorks. And we're within the static directory. So normally whenever you're trying to access files within an application, you would just throw them all inside of static. But instead of doing that, we want to access files that are on a completely different drive. So to do that, we can just add this symlink right here, storage. And yeah, if I double click on that and go to media, movie shorts, you can see this one or this window right here. And this are exactly the same. So even though both of these windows are on the same drive, you can see up top here, the path is totally different. So right here, we have the name of the application right here is FOSSWorks. And then that static directory we were just talking about. And then storage would be the symlink that it used to get here. So, yeah, actually, I think what I'll do now is maybe just delete this symlink. And then we'll try to run those files again and see what happens. I don't think it's going to be good. And then if things fail, we can recreate the symlink and I'll show you exactly how to do that. So I think what I'll do for now is just right click on this guy and throw in the trash. So now if we go back to the browser and refresh and try to run this guy, well, still no go. And run the second one. Yep, no such luck there either. Well, kind of. It's trying, but it's not happy about it. And yeah, I think that's just because I need to refresh it because it's cached or something. So if I try to play that again, yeah, now just absolutely nothing happens. So yeah, let's fix that. So to do that, we can just go back to the terminal and just double check, make sure that Symbolic is gone, which it is. And if we ls here, so right now I'm currently inside of the static directory within that application we were just looking at. And as you can see, there's no Symbolic there to be found. So to fix that, all we have to do is run the command ln with a space, because we want to make create a link, -s for Symbolic with another space. And then we're going to need the path to the drive. So actually, before I do this, I'm just going to run the command lsblk and get the path to the drive where I want to grab the files from, which is right there. So I'm just going to copy that and throw it in the clipboard. And then I'll clear this out. And then we can run that command. So that's just ln -s with a space, and then paste that path in to the drive. And after that, just add a space. And then you're going to want to add the path to where you want to put the Symbolic. So for us, we want to put it right in here inside the static directory of the application. So to do that or find that path, I'm just going to right click on any one of these. And select properties. And then copy this right here. So this would be the absolute path to the static directory of this application. So I'm just going to copy that, close this off, go back to the terminal, and paste it in. So now all we need to do is just provide the name of the Symbolic that we want to create. So in this case, I'm just going to call it storage. Before we do that, we just got to add a / and then just type storage, or whatever you want to call your Symbolic. So just to double check, we're using the command ln -s to create the Symbolic. Right here is the path to the drive we want to access, followed by a space, and then the path to the static directory of the application, followed by the name of the Symbolic. So all that looks good. So now just get enter. And it's all done. So now if I ls, there's the Symbolic right there, storage. Now if I go back to File Manager, there it is right there. So let's say if we double click on it, yeah, all looks good. And then media, movie shorts. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see, the exact same location, just a different path to get there. So yeah, now let's check out those files and see if we can get them to run. So we'll go back to the browser, refresh it, click on play. And it looks good. So the first one isn't going to work though, because I still have that absolute path in there. So if I just go back to the text editor here, and I'll just copy this. And then throw that in here. Media, movie shorts. Yeah, and I'll save that. Go back to the browser, refresh, and play. Oh, it just has to load. There we go. Yeah, both of them play just fine now. So I think that was fairly successful. And I think that's about it for this one. So in case you guys are wondering how to access files from within a running application that are on a completely different drive, I hope this helped. If you're trying to do this on an application being served using a hosting company to access a remote drive, for security reasons, they may not be too happy about it. But sometimes you just don't have a choice. Imagine what a pain it would be to have to copy and paste all those files into your application folder. For example, this drive right here has about 3 to 4 terabytes of stuff on it. And if I wanted to say access any one of those files through an application, it would just be a nightmare copying and pasting all that stuff into each one of those applications. But yeah, that's it. So I hope this helped, and to see you on the next one. Bye for now.